morale is to a unit. Of course, it's tied into leadership principles and traits and things like that. And then what I'm going to do real quick is turn it over to a couple of our senior cadets who are going to go ahead and expand the program while I continue teaching the class. So we're going to take you to another room. If you have any questions specifically for us, let me know, and I can definitely take a back at them. Anything you want to add before we turn it over?
And next door, Sergeant Major Chan, I got the LE1s. We're covering uniforms today. So you'll see it's as a couple of the questions that come up. We're doing same class scenarios, just like in your history, science, and math class. We have a classroom curriculum along with physical and other extracurricular activity.
Okay, I'm going to turn it over to our seniors now, and they're going to take you to another room.
Just give us a quick second to do some movement.
So just give them a minute to move.
All right, can everybody see us well? Can you guys see us okay now? No, not yet. Why is our camera not working?
Wi-Fi could be a bit.
No camera.
Love technology. Just a second. Okay, there we go. Now I think camera's working. Can everybody see okay? Yes. No? Still no. I saw one person nod.
Oh, we can see you now.
Good to go.
Okay.
Awesome.
Cool. Now we can. All right. So good morning, everybody. I am Cadet Captain Paredes. I am the executive officer on the second command of this Wildcat Battalion here at Mountain View High School. I'll turn it over to my S4 officer right here.
Good morning, everybody. I am Cadet First Lieutenant Harding. I am the S4 officer commanding here, and we're currently in the logistics room, which is part of my command. And I'm going to turn it over to our color sergeant.
Hey, my name is Zachary Johnson. I'm a former student of Gale Middle School. I had graduated there, I believe, in 2017, 2018. Yeah. I don't know. It's been a long time, but I'm the color sergeant at Mountain View High School, which means I'm in charge of the color guard and anything involving the American flag.
There you go. All right, so we got a couple different aspects that we're going to cover kind of quickly with you guys. We want to try and get your interest as much as possible. So the very first thing that I'm going to talk about me personally is just a little bit about our academics. In your first year, if you were to join our JROTC program, a lot of your education will be focused mainly on Marine Corps history, customs and courtesies, everything that you need to know essentially about the Marine Corps. Everything thereafter is something that kind of applies to your life, whether that be public speaking, history, citizenship, leadership skills that apply to any aspect of your life. These things that you learn as you continue in your education with ROTC are not just something that is applied to the military. It's other things that can be applied to, say, any area of career that you go into of your life. Harding, you want to talk about PT?
Sure. All right, so we do have some sort of PT standards. PT, physical training. It's pretty much push-ups, sit-ups, crunches, stuff like that. You are required to pass a PT test or a physical fitness test to gain promotion, along with other factors into that. It's not too difficult, but it will strain you to a certain extent.
Okay. Now, some of you guys have PT studs out there, like through your school, through competitions you've done. You work out a lot. We in our JROTC, we have many different clubs that fit many different areas of interest of anything that you'd be interested in doing in your future. One of those is a national youth physical fitness team. We basically have a team of what we call PT studs. They can do amazing physical training. That's all I can describe it as. So another thing that we do is community service. Even right now, we have an event coming up where we're going to be laying wreaths at Oak Hill Cemetery in Fredericksburg. We have community service events almost bi-weekly. There's something always that we do. We have cadets that volunteer at the local American Legion post for bingo. We do color guards all the time, volunteering our time. Community service is definitely important to us as it helps to grow you as a person and show you how important it is to give back to your community. We do also require community service, a certain amount of hours to be required for your promotion. Johnson, why don't you talk about our unit achievements?
Okay. So on the note of promotions, there's also things such as ribbons and awards. Like, for example, we do in-classroom shooting, and you can get badges for that depending on your score. I do not know if we have examples of the badges, but it's fine if we don't.
Yes, we do.
Just get this one real quick, Prentice. We have ribbons for achievements, like if you have a certain GPA, if you're on a sports team, if you're on the JROTC team, you can be recognized by the actual, I guess you could say the heads of the program to be awarded for a ribbon. And Prentice here has an example of what a shooting badge would look like.
Yeah.
And a ribbon. These are things you can earn through the program by being in extracurricular activities or just by being a good student all around. We have several of these. So at some point in your high school career, as long as you're in JROTC, you're probably going to get something, because we always have awards just for being a normal student at some point.
Yep. Just as you would, with a regular Marine Corps uniform, you're always going to have like ribbons and stuff too that are be awarded to you for certain, as long as you qualify for certain things. We have like a whole list of ribbons and awards that we give out to people if you qualify for them. We do a lot of different fun events throughout the year too. We consider fun to be like our drill meets or any of the field trips that we take outside of the schoolhouse. One of the ones that we had recently was the cadet ball that we celebrated. So basically the cadet ball celebrated the Marine Corps' birthday. That was really fun. But yeah, it's just an example of some of the fun events that we did. So different teams that we have. We got like the PFT team that I told you about earlier, NYPFT team. We have Cyber Patriot for those of you interested in like a technological career. Drill team. Those, if you've ever seen videos or articles of us posted in the newspaper about our drill team. We are very popular drill team. We've been awarded on a national level. We went to nationals for that too. Raiders team, another kind of PT centric team, and just a whole bunch of other things, if any teams that would interest you guys. So I just want to make sure we cover some questions that are being asked. Let's see. We got some questions in the chat right here.
Let's wait for the chat to load.
Yeah, it's very slow. Okay.
So one of the questions is this a during school program or an after school program?
Yeah, but yeah, it can actually be both. It depends on what you want to participate in. So if you are in JROTC, you are added to an LE class, a leadership education class. That is during your class time in school. But if you join like our different clubs, you join our extracurricular activities, those are going to be after school, before school, outside of school. All of them are like outside of school too. So it's a little bit of both.
And then the other question was, what was the first team you mentioned?
The National Youth Physical Fitness Test group, or the team. Those are basically like, we take the top few 6 cadets who have the highest PT scores in the JROTC battalion. We take them to do a competition. Can you do IB in JROTC? Yep. Yes, you can. Me personally, I am taking 5 IB classes right now. I'm not doing full IB, but we have a couple of full IB candidate students. I am doing partial IB myself, and I am able to balance IB and JROTC together.
Well, I want to answer the next one.
Yeah.
Okay. So another question is, do students attend the branch that their JROTC is based upon? No, they do not have to. After you do JROTC, you can go off to college, or you can choose, maybe you do want to go into the military. If you do, like I am, you immediately can contract as an extra rank, which is basically more pay. Or you can get a scholarship to a college, in which case you do have to join the military if you get a scholarship to that college. And what was the computer course?
So the computer course is, if you're, like I was saying, if you're interested in like a technological related career, that is our Cyber Patriot team. I am on that team also. Basically, the Air Force Association essentially sends us these fake computers, and we solve different cyber related issues that one would find on a machine. That's like if somebody was hacking you, if somebody placed viruses on your machine, we solve those, and basically they test us on our cyber related knowledge.
And the cool thing with that is that segues into our STAT program, because we have a lot of STAT students, especially STAT IT students, who also do Cyber Patriot. So thank you guys for sharing your program for JROTC, and we're going to move into the STAT portion now of our presentation. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Have a great
good
day,
day.
everybody.
All right, so welcome. I'm going to present this screen. Hello, I am Jen Robinson O'Brien. I'm over at North Stafford, and I am the academic lead over here. And I know you've already met Miss Birdsall, who is located at Brook Point. So what, did you cover anything at all, Miss Birdsall, or just introductions?
Just introduction.
Fantastic. I'm so sorry. All right. So what is STAT? So JROTC is an elective that you take in high school, and that's wonderful. The difference is STAT is a cohorted program. That means that you are going to be with the same group of kids, and you're going to go to wherever your program is housed. So engineering and biomed are at North Stafford, and informational technology is at Brook Point. It is a program that has specific set courses involved, and it is an honors program. So it does have classes that are a little bit more challenging, but that doesn't mean it is not accessible to everyone. So the high school experience, there's lots of questions about that. It's so exciting that you guys are heading into high school. You'll discover very quickly that there is a smorgasbord, a banquet of opportunity in high school. I see a lot of great questions about electives, about IB, about AP, which is fantastic. And so you will soon have to make some choices about what your high school experience is going to be. So you can decide to join some of our specialty programs. We're talking about STAT, but there's also Governor School, IB, or looking at different electives. I know the CTEs are coming in. You heard about the JROTC. So all of these specialty programs affect your schedule. So you get 8 classes every year. And your STAT class is going to take 4 of those classes. They are honors classes, and we do have some AP. And what that means is that they go a little bit faster and a little bit deeper in knowledge than regular classes. But that's, again, if you're interested in science and technology, the thought is that you're going to want to do something with science and technology, and this helps you be a little bit more on the ball with it, or a little bit more knowledgeable. So we have 3 programs. So that's what we're talking about today. The 3 programs, the first one we're going to talk about is biomedical. So in your 8th grade rooms, I want you to raise your hand or clap if you've ever watched Grey's Anatomy, if you like forensic files, if you've ever thought about being a vet, if you really are interested in the human body, things like that. Look at all the people. Yes, some people are like, yes, let's go. This is the program for you. And let me tell you, the coolest thing about the STAT programs, they're all hands-on. So it's very different learning. So, normal science class, love science classes, but you take notes, you do some worksheets, you take your test. Everything you do in these classes is project-based and hands-on. So you'll see we start with the biomedical and principles of biomedical studies. So you're going to learn all little bits and pieces of biomedical studies, and it starts with a dead body. Not a real one, but it starts with a body. And oh my gosh, the class finds this body, and they have to figure out by collecting data what happened to this poor person. And that's the entire year, is that you sit there and you work on trying to figure out through labs, through learning about different things, what could have happened to this person. In 10th grade, you learn about human body systems, which is you've got a very broad aspect in 9th grade. 10th grade, you go deeper. You're going to look at specific systems of the body and how they interact. 11th grade's medical intervention. So how does medicine intervene in certain circumstances? So yeah, we get into cancer a little bit and diabetes, but we also look at bioengineering with prosthetics. We look at how we can use medicine to solve some medical problems and so forth. And then every STAT program has a capstone project their senior year. It's called different things. It looks different ways, but it's a big, let me think about a problem that's going on. And then we're going to try and discover what we can do with it. So that's super amazing. So if you have a question about the biomedical program, you can go ahead and ask your teacher, put it in chat, and Ms. Birdsall will be answering those. I'm going to pop over real quick, see if there's any that I need to answer immediately. The PowerPoint is something, there you go. Yep. All right. So the next program, how many of you guys love Legos? Love taking things, have gotten in trouble because you've taken something apart, and you like really figuring out how things go together. Emily, there's a dissection every year in the biomedical program. So engineering is all about that. So the engineering is very much a smorgasbord, a banquet of opportunity. Your first year, you take Introduction to Engineering Design, and that gets everyone on the same playing field. We understand what the design process is. They learn their basic program, Inventor, which is a CAD program. They build some things, but the project they like talking about the most is the project in which they take things apart. It's a reverse engineering. So they take something like, for example, a mouse, and they've got to take it apart, and then they have to build it back within the Inventor program. Then in 10th grade, they have a choice. Do they want to explore electrical engineering, do breadboard soldering, things like that? Or do you want to look at aerospace engineering? Do you want to look at flight, space, how do rockets work, things like that? So you get a choice. One is geared towards electrical, the other is geared towards mechanical. Junior year, again, you get a choice. Everyone takes POE, Principles of Engineering, which is kind of like the physics class for engineers. So it deals with trusses and it deals with tensile strength and all of the physics that you need. But then you look, do I want to look at civil engineering, which is a whole engineering field that's building bridges and houses? Or do I want to investigate computer integrated manufacturing? And that program deals with using computers to help create things. So they do some robotics, but they use a CNC machine. That's the big thing. They'll create items and they'll program it into their big machines, and it's super cool. And then, dun, 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 the last is their engineering design and development, which again is their capstone class. They look at a problem and then they figure out how are they going to fix it. So for Grace, you have to pick in 10th grade, and then in 11th grade, you pick. If you go to North Stafford, it is sometimes possible to take the others, but only if they're offered as electives, which is not often. So if you have questions for engineering, go ahead and put it into the chat, and I'll be working on answering those as Ms. Birdsall talks about her program. Woo!
All right, so the program, the Informational Technology program is housed at Brook Point High School, and There's our curriculum. So if you have ever wanted to be a spy, but without the danger to your life, this is probably the program for you. Kidding, just kidding, not really. So we'll get into that when we talk about cybersecurity. In 9th grade, though, you'll start with information technology fundamentals. And those technology fundamentals are pretty much to get you on the same page with all of your classmates. Some of you may have experience with coding, some with programming, some with video game playing. And this just kind of get you all on the same page. And it also starts you off on some programming so that when you get to 10th grade, you can go straight into programming too. In 11th grade, you get to take 2 IT classes. One is AP Computer Science. If you do well enough on that test, it can count for college credit, which is 1 fewer class you'll get to take in college, which is great. And then you get to start on the cybersecurity fundamentals. Cybersecurity is all about hacking and when it's okay, when it's not, because sometimes you get to hack things to find vulnerabilities and to find things that, you're going to find things that hopefully before the bad guys find them. So you get to learn all the fundamentals of cybersecurity. And then senior year, you take Java programming, which is kind of sets the foundation for all the other computer languages that you may learn in the future. And then you also get to take cybersecurity operations. So this is the fun computer stuff that you get to do. Again, hands-on. We have lots of in-school field trips. We have hackers come and talk to the classes, people in the industry. It's very interesting, and it's a fun career field if you're interested in computers, programming, cybersecurity, and all of these wonderful things.
Yay, great questions in the chat too. This is a travel program. So Governor's School, a lot of the CTE and STAT are programs that are available to anyone. It does not matter what school you belong to. You have the opportunity to belong to more than one. So many of you are slated for Mountain View. A few of you will be Stafford High, I believe. It doesn't matter. If you get into the STAT program, we bring you there. So the next question, yes, you do choose one program. So the next question is, how do you do that? And Ms. Birdsall is going to go over just that.
So you go to the Stafford County Public Schools website right there, and you will find the Stafford Academy for Technology under programs. And there is the STAT application. It is open now. You have until Wednesday, December 15th to select one of the STAT programs to apply for. If you choose to apply for the STAT program, you can only choose one of the 3. So it has to be biomed, engineering, or IT. You can't do more than one. So that's one of those choices that you have to make. You will fill out all of the information. You will get teacher recommendations, and it explains how to do that by clicking that link. And then you will write a statement of interest. And this is kind of the most important part. Ms. J. Rob and I will be the ones that are looking at these essays, and it's only a page, but we want to see your passion for your program. So if you decide that you want to do biomedical because you have your mom, maybe your mom's a nurse, your dad's a nurse, and your grandparents, everyone's been nursing in your family, and that's what you want to do because you think it's great, we want to hear that. We want to hear what you plan to do in the future with this program. We have limited seats in each program. There's 24 in IT, 48 in biomedical, 48 in engineering. And so we really want to see your passion. We want to see that you're really interested in this instead of someone that's just like, meh, I don't really care, because we want to make sure that this is a good fit for you.
Yeah. And so, yeah, so that's the application. The other thing is, since this is such a fast little taste, I think this is amazing. 8th graders get a little taste of high school in bite-sized pieces. If you're super interested in this and you want a bigger taste, tomorrow, yes, tomorrow's Wednesday, tomorrow at 6 o'clock at North Stafford, that's where I am right now, we have a larger program where you can actually see some of the stuff going on. You can meet the students. You can bring your parents along, or they can bring you. And it's 6 to 8 at North. And you can come and get more information about the program if you're interested. So that is our song and dance. Like I said, very quick. Oh no, band concert tomorrow night. Well, that is sad. Travel school, you take 4 classes. So you'll take your math, science, and engineering, or your project lead the way, and then your English class. We will not be live streaming it because it is a choice. I do a song and dance about the academics, and then you choose where you want to go. But if you are interested, there are on the website, there are videos and stuff that we made last year that might be helpful if you go to the STAT program. And yes, Miss Bertzel and we answer emails all the time. So if you have questions, you can look us up and send us questions and we'll answer it. I love all these questions being asked. Yes. All right. Any other questions?
4 classes at the travel school, 4 classes at your base school.
Olivia, the information night is tomorrow night, 6 to 8.
And we will be there.
Yes, we will. Come see us. I'm this excited and this energetic, even at night.
All right, everybody. Thank you for attending, and we will see you soon.
Have a great day. I hope to see some of you tomorrow.
Thank you guys so much.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.